going on, everybody? Ricky with Video Homicide. Back for a stream. Friday night. There is method to my madness or reasoning to this bullshit, but we'll get to that later on. First and foremost, Friday night. I need to roll up a fucking joint. My broken bud buster. This is what happened. I dropped it the one night and it's cracked. So it's completely fucked right there. And it's cracked right here, but it's still working. And my dad gave me a new one, but I can't. It's hard for me to say goodbye to this bud buster because I've literally probably went through like pounds and pounds and pounds of weed with this thing. One time I was fucking desperate for dope, and I unscrewed the bottom of this, thinking that the weed crystals like made its way into the inside. No, clean as a fucking whistle. VZ Madness is in the house. What's going on, dude? I'm glad that you. What's that?
Clean as a whistle.
Clean as a whistle. I'm glad that you got your package. Oh, also, Steve, the guy that's in jail, he got his too.
Oh, did he?
He got it. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So VZ is in Australia, which is across the fucking world. I shipped his, and I shipped one to Montreal, which is like how far is 7 hours away. And it took the same time because the one that was going to Montreal was going to a fucking prison. So Filthy Ralph is now within the prison walls of I don't know why I get off on that, but I get off. Isn't that insane? This is what I imagine. I imagine like, because I don't think he's doing like serious time, so he'll be out probably within like a year or two, whatever. But the thing about it is the thought that like some greasy fucking guy is in there and he's like reading Filthy Ralph, like sitting in jail, and he's like jerking off at the fact that like maybe he was like a cartoon tits. There in the second Filthy Ralph, there's an ass. You can see it's one of the best asses I've ever drawn in the Filthy Ralph universe, but there it is.
Settle down.
What's that?
I said settle down over there.
Settle down.
Mm-hmm.
Right now we're watching Small Soldiers on mute because the tape is fucked and it's doing like some bullshit right now. But it's weird.
So Small Soldiers has never been Disney.
Small Soldiers, I think it's Pixar.
Oh.
It's Pixar. You never hear about it, and no one ever fucking talks about Small Soldiers. Let's talk. This is the last of that pink Xanax weed, so we're down to that other dope ain't bad though. Hey?
What?
Like the dope we've been smoking ain't bad.
No.
But this is the last of this fucking $100 for a half ounce shit. Yeah. I think that Kayla was saying how she played the video game, the Small Soldiers video game. And
Josh and Jeremy play it all the time.
Yeah. But what I was going to say is like back then, like they made a video game about every fucking movie that was coming out. And some of them were good and some of them were shit. This weed smells insane in the membrane. I should stretch this out. Should I? I'm going to roll a straight up joint of this weed. No, I'm not. I'm just going to stretch it out. Fuck it. VZ, what's going on with you, man? What have you been up to? Did you get a chance to check out Filthy Ralph? Did you not, the second it came in the door, did you not sit there and read it for the entire fucking...
Yeah.
Read it to the whole family. BZ says he got that game for his birthday back in the day. Yeah. I was actually talking to the guy, like I got a new partner at work and he's like around the same age. So we were kind of just talking about like, like old school shit. We were talking about all kinds of like video game stuff and he never,
I'm Ukraine.
And Ukraine, yeah. Yeah. He's been reading them fun stuff. There you go. So that's what all the hype's been about for all this time. But I think if you like take CINEMA187, like look at the first one and then the second one and the third one, like there's really a good like jump in quality and structure. And like this video Nasties one, like issue 4, is going to be
Insane.
it's going to be insane. There's like a host throughout it. I'm not going to really get into that too deep, but I don't have the storyboards down for that, for what I want to do with that, but they'll definitely be getting done soon enough. You know, the crazy thing is I didn't even really need to extend the submission thing, because basically like 4 people submitted shit today, so they must have knew that, like, hey,
Not me, I'm a slacker.
yeah, Kayla's doing a page, but she's fucking hasn't even watched the film, doesn't want to watch the film.
That's the why.
She doesn't want to watch
This
it.
Sunday we are.
Yeah. Yeah. There's like this fucking actually, I got the list right here of like, I think only a few more things need to be submitted. Matter of fact, like, where's the Sharpie? Yeah, so we're like only a few left need to get brought in, so I'm stoked with that. I'm really stoked about this zine fair that's happening in September. So I'm gonna be having a table, and I'm gonna have all my zines there, selling those and shit. And I don't know how big the table's gonna be, but basically I can fit all my zine shit into this like very carryable like container, and then I'm gonna bring like my duffel bag that I use for work and shit. And I'm gonna put like a bunch of like random, just like kind of random ass, like, I don't know. I thought about bringing some of my own shit like on disc, but I think because I have a finite supply of the cases right now, so I'm probably gonna wait for that. But I thought about bringing, just like some random tapes that I don't really give a fuck about.
Do you have to pay for a booth?
It's $20, but $20 I think is pretty fair.
That's very fair.
Yeah. Especially when some of those places is like,
we usually go for minimum 100.
Yeah. It's only like it's just in the library, so and like all the funds is going to like some like women's shelter for that. Yeah, like not the funds that I get, but the funds that
who gets that?
Like all the, like for the tables and all that stuff, because they're just doing it in the library. I'm pretty sure it's free.
So all your money will go to them?
No, mine won't. The cost of the table will.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens, if people, because I never really get to see like in the flesh like what people think of this stuff, except for like at that thing at Odyssey a couple weeks ago. Like that was pretty cool to see like people, I heard this one girl say filthy Ralph, and another girl was reading it and said, oh, there's the F word, like meaning the FAGGOT word. And this,
why can't you say it?
I can say it, but I had to spell it because I was going to say the F word, because she says that's what she said. She goes, oh, the F word. And this guy, he goes, so what? And I like wanted to shake his hand almost, because it's like, hey, and like I was thinking earlier, hey, I was like, at the zine fair, if anyone says anything about that, I'm gonna say, hey, I'm gay, so it's okay.
Yeah.
I'll say I'm queer. All right, it's time to get down to business. Friday night. First toke in the apartment.
Baby, I can't eat anymore of this.
Just put it there.
Okay.
There you go. I've also been waiting on a fucking package from that Jasper Jubinville guy, that artist. I've been waiting since fucking July the 19th.
Something ain't right.
Hey?
Something ain't right.
It ain't right. It's going from BC. It's like, dude, send it.
It's just from BC.
50 Canadian I paid. I want what's right.
When I order my shrooms from the BC place, it literally takes max 3 days.
Well, I got fucked. Here. VZ. How the fuck were you playing Def Jam that day? Was that on that thing that you got? And also, okay, so like, because I know you said you didn't play Def Jam Icon. Let me tell you, it was fucking god awful. Graphics looked cool, but everything about it was shit. Like there was like like these environmental attacks you could do where the guy would like stomp on his foot and like the ground would shake, like that type of fucking shit. It's like, how could you like that? That probably cemented the fact that they would never make another Def Jam game, because Def Jam Vendetta, amazing. Fight for New York, fucking phenomenal. And then Icon, it's like, what were they thinking? I'll tell you what they were thinking. They weren't fucking thinking. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Like the thing, like me and Caleb, we go to this fucking place in Woodstock and they got it for $200. It's like, are you on PCP?
I am.
It's almost like it's like whoever priced it was like, you know, fucking laughing as he was doing it, because that game ain't worth $200 at all. I can't believe that. They should just remake the first two Def Jam games. They should, man, and they should send us free copies, because it's bullshit. You know, like I don't. VZ, do you follow a guy online called Terror for Tom? I know you follow Moods and shit, but like those guys, like the amount of fucking stuff that they're getting, like on a fucking like monthly basis or whatever. It's like these guys must sell fucking crack rock. It's crazy how they overprice the shit. Yeah, it's fucked. It's like all those any kind of secondhand place, man, they will fuck you. You know, like especially now, like flea markets used to be the place you go to get a deal. Now it's the place you go to get fucking robbed and raped, man, because everyone thinks their shit is worth money. They're like, oh fuck, I got this Nintendo. It's worth $9,000, and each game is fucking $45, and the cables to plug into the TV, that's an extra $40. Like, come on. Right now, it's in the part of Small Soldiers where Chip Hazard and the fucking Golganite, I forget what his name is. Archer. That's what it is. I want to bring up Bloody Disgusting for a second. The thing is, whenever you go to type in Bloody Disgusting, one of the search things that comes up is Bloody Discharge. I always laugh at that. Why would I disable my fucking ad blocker? Am I an idiot? Okay, it doesn't have as many as I thought it was gonna, but like in terms of like these releases, right? Like these, you know, you get all these really fucking awesome releases that come with like a poster and lobby cards and all that stuff. And you look at online, it's like $39, and you're like, fuck, okay, $39 ain't bad. And then you realize it's in US, and then you realize you're gonna be fucking paying for the shipping, and the shipping is in US. You don't pay. It's not like it's not helpful in any fucking way. So that's why I say like I don't really buy a lot of shit anymore. Like the last things that I really bought was that Evil Dead Book of the Dead edition and those 5 tapes that I grabbed. So I don't know. I just it takes the fun out of it when you know like you got to literally like I think like $50 is an insane amount of money to fucking pay for one movie. You know, I don't like paying any more than 20. I think paying 20 is fucking pushed, especially if it's just a DVD. You know what I mean? And like you know that they have House of a Thousand Corpses religiously goes on sale at Cinema One for $6.99, and it's like they could charge $6.99 for every one of these fucking DVDs. You know what I mean? Like why is it more expensive if it's on? I don't know. I'm trying to think how I can explain myself. I'm so fucking high off that joint already. You know, a common title, like, let's just say Zombie. Like, Zombie should be on every fucking shelf in every movie store that's like, you know. But no, they never have it. But they got 20 copies of Happy Death Day, Happy Dead Day, whatever the fuck that piece of shit was called. I couldn't believe it. I haven't been in Cinema One in months. And every time I go, I just walk out and I end up just going and buying popcorn from the fucking popcorn booth. Because, like, if I'm going to be made a clown, I at least want to be having some popcorn in my mouth. You know, it's like Joe Pesci said in Lethal Weapon. They fuck you at the drive-thru. They fuck you at the dentist. And they fuck you at the cell phone. They fuck you with the cell phones. I remember when I was a kid, I thought Buddy in Small Soldiers was so much older. And I'm like, this guy's like a little fucking clown. He's a little ass-be lonker. Yeah. VZ, did you you did check out that Twisted Metal show, right? Pretty sure you said you watched it and you were a fan, so you're an OG of that era. Does it hold up? I never was like the world's biggest fan of those fucking games, to be honest with you, because I was always playing against people that were older that would make a mockery out of me. I buy less Blu-rays and DVDs these days. Yeah. They're just too much. It's not fun. Especially down there. Like, you guys get fucked. You know? It's unfair. That Twisted Metal show is really good, gory as well. Damn. I gotta check it out, man. I'll wait until I can find it fucking free online, because I won't pay for anything online unless they pay me first. I always forget that Phil Hartman's in this fucking movie too. World War II, that's my favorite war, I think. He says that shit in this movie. Also, this is like a big fucking announcement. Heavy duty. I got a sip of water first before I say this shit. So, this is the deal. The movie collection, I'm doing something drastic. This is how it's laid out, right? All the non-horror shit, boom, first column. The next two columns, all horror. The next column, Asian and blaxploitation and exploitation. All DVDs. I am going to do an overhaul. And I was watching The Maniac, also known as Ghostbait 1, and he showed his collection off in a video recently. And he mixed all the genres, but it's in alphabetical order. And when I was looking at it, I was like, that kind of makes sense, because there's times where, like, I don't really know what I want to watch, and I'll just kind of like look at the horror wall, and then I look over at the non-horror, and I'm like, oh fuck, there's that. Maybe I'll watch that. But I think it'll make for more a different way of approach. And if I don't like it, I can obviously change it back. But yeah, I'm gonna put all the DVDs and Blu-rays in alphabetical order, every genre. So Coffee will be next to, say, Chucky or Cannibal Holocaust. Lethal Weapon will be next to Lords of Salem or The Lighthouse. You know what I mean? And it's going to be more of like a library set up like that, because for years I've separated the horror stuff, and I love horror cinema, obviously, but sometimes you're not really in the mood. You want to watch something different, and that's the way that I feel right now. Ever since I watched that video, I was like, man, I should do that. And that'll give me another excuse to sort of purge through again and see, like, what else can be eliminated. Like, I've already spotted a few things on here that were kind of like dollar store buys, and different like Wild Eye releases and stuff, like these anthologies. Like, my uncle, he gave me like 3 Wild Eye anthologies. I don't remember what the fuck they were called, but I know I kept them, and I'm gonna like check them out and see what it's all about. And I'll give them to my dad first and foremost, but I mean, I want to at least know that I don't like them. I'm doing a big purge myself. Yeah, Plus the tape. I got tapes that I've held on just because I'm a sadist basically. So to take everything and really do the overhaul, it's gonna make your collection look. It's gonna make the collection better. Narrow down all the shit. If you watched something once and you're like, this is shit, but you still got it, it's like, why? It's taking up shelf space. Because you obviously can't hear me. Yeah. I don't know why it says it like that. Weird. Yeah, like there's even some DVD-Rs of movies that I don't really give a fuck about. And just different random junk. And I go through this all the time and I'm like, okay, do I really want this? Do I need this? Did I like it? Am I gonna watch it? That's like the main thing. Am I gonna watch it again? Because if I'm not gonna watch it again, then it's not worthy of being on. I want everything that I own to be stuff that I want to watch again. Radioactive blob fuel is in the fucking house. What's going on, homie? We're just talking about purging out the old collection. Radio, you know what I did tonight? My Madhouse piece, and I finished it. That's right. Fucking right. I actually got to mark it off the list, and then I'll tell you how many I'm waiting on. Where the fuck? Oh, it's in alphabetical order. Oh yeah, I also got Mardi Gras Massacre in today. Madhouse. Just waiting on like a few people, really. I still need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 are missing out of 39, and a lot of people reached out to me, and they're like, "Hey, I need a couple more days," or "Hey, I need a little bit longer." That's fine. I have the majority in, and that makes me happy. Or I have like the lion's share in already. So issue 4 is definitely pretty sick. Like I've seen all the pieces that have come in. People have sent me progress pictures and shit, and it's really cool. And I don't know, man. It's CINEMA187 is definitely righteous. It's definitely like a passion project of mine. All these comics, but CINEMA187 especially, because it's like, I don't know. I was looking at the issue 1 recently, and it like that whole bit about like how something about like the fuck, I could grab it, but I'm not gonna. But it was basically like this weird thing that I wrote. I must have been really baked when I wrote it. As the night goes on, the horror gets worse or some shit. Like what? Like what the fuck is this guy on? But really do enjoy it. It's crazy because now there's I think 14 zines under the CINEMA187 video homicide family or whatever you want to call it. That includes Radioactive Blob Fuel's coffee, because everyone that orders a copy of CINEMA187 gets a copy of coffee, which is dope. I love that one. Oh my god. I forgot to tell you this shit, Radio. Listen to this. So the day that we had everyone over here for Kayla's birthday and my Uncle Mike's birthday and all that shit, my Uncle Mike, because I was showing him the submissions, everything that came in, I showed him your house by the cemetery piece. I shit you not. I swear to you, this guy, he says, that's damn near as good as Bernie Wrightson. Yeah. And I was like, man, you have no idea. Like, he's going to be like, dude, that's a big time compliment. Coming from Uncle Mike, who is like, who literally like basically talks shit to me and Kayla, like all throughout the night, but not like in a cunt way, but like, I was like trying to explain to him something. He was like, what are you talking about? Me and Kayla were like high as fuck trying to explain, but yeah, Also, this, I think I showed this last time, but I'll show it again. This is the mini Filthy Ralph comic that has all the horror strips in it. And this, I'm gonna be this little one. I got like 25 of these. I had 50 of them. I handed 25 of them out at Cineswap at Odyssey Records. The rest of them I'm handing out at the zenography event that Zine Fiends is putting on. So I'm really stoked about that. I've had a table one other time, and that was at the VHS Fest at Odyssey Records at the old location, and it was awesome. I think he let me have the table for free because I filmed a bunch of performances there and stuff. I don't even know if those are probably still. Well, I have them on a hard drive, definitely, but I don't know if they're on YouTube or not. But I did film probably like 6 or 7 bands at Odyssey alone, and then there's all the shit that I did at this other fucking bar that my cousin was working at, and they like I filmed like some Juno nominated artists there. Junos are basically like the Canadian Grammys or some shit. Tell Mike's thanks, but I'm not even close. Yeah, but you're fucking that's like that House by the Cemetery piece. Like there's so much fucking shit happening on it, and like the fact like because I know how like what you went through making that is. It's one of my favorite things you've done. Well, my favorite thing you did was the Vincent Price comic, but my favorite panel, I'm torn between like that one where he's like going like this, like he's like thinking, and the one that says "fuck you, Morgan." Funny. Yeah. Yepper. Radio, what have you been getting into? Tell the crowd. Where's the... My brother gave me this lighter. The VHS. But I told him, I said, yeah, this is all cute and all, and I appreciate it, but this tape is not rewound. So whoever like got this, like got the image offline, they didn't get a rewound tape. I got better at watercolor doing that house piece. I do know that. Definitely. You've done so much fucking like material just like in like the CINEMA187. Like I know you do tons of shit. But like when you think about like CINEMA187 alone, like think of how many pages of comic that you've done. It's insane. Just in that one. The biotherapy? I forget the name of that movie, like that short film. But fuck, man, that one's insane. Shit, they fucked up on the lighter. I've been making some food and working on Five's comic. Nice. This guy's fucking... He's fucking already on the 5th comic. Also, radio. That's what I was gonna say. So, the volume 4. There's gonna be like Filthy Ralph is gonna serve sort of as like a horror host throughout it, and you'll know what I'll explain more to you. Actually, I'll just say it because I don't give a fuck. So basically, I'm gonna do a comic. Okay, it's gonna be like at the beginning, in the middle, and the end. So it's gonna be Filthy Ralph going to like rent the video Nasties when he's a kid, and like his mom's gonna be there. This is gonna be the first appearance of Filthy Ralph's mom, and she's basically gonna be like those films are gonna give you like nightmares and stuff, and then it's gonna show Filthy Ralph like watching some of the films, and then he's gonna be trying to go to sleep, and he can't sleep, and he starts like fucking being scared, and then he has nightmares, and then all the pieces are his nightmares, what he thinks of when he thinks of the film. So I want him to... I might just do like at the beginning and the end, to be honest with you, because if I bring him back too many times, I don't want him, I'm still toying around with the idea of having him appear 3 times, but definitely at the end where like he's grown up now and he's like talking about how much he loves the films and all that shit. But yeah, I haven't storyboarded that or anything like that, but that's what's gonna happen. And I'm really starting to fucking crack down. Like I did that Madhouse piece tonight. I can go grab that, I guess. Let me grab that shit real quick. Okay, so this is the poster for Madhouse. And I reduced the like the brightness or like I increased the brightness so I could really sort of see it. And this is the piece that I did based on the movie Madhouse. There's spoilers in this, but too bad. The spoiler in this is basically there's kind of two in a way. But if you've never seen Madhouse, there's an epic fucking scene in that movie where this dog gets murdered by a drill. Okay, and it's fucking awesome, man. Madhouse is probably the one that I was most surprised by, like in terms of like really liking it. Like Faces of Death, I think is phenomenal. Madhouse, fucking great. Some of the other acts, Fight for Your Life, like some of them are fucking awesome. And then you got movies like Blood Rights and fucking SS Experiment Camp, and that's pretty badass. Frame the whole scene as like an anthology and use Rolf as a rapper. Exactly. Yeah, you know what I mean, right? You know what I'm talking about. Because like I could kind of have him like introduce like my pieces, or even like talk about other like or just like kind of like do like reviews of the film, but in like comic strip form. You know what I'm saying? Like in the strips form, like the Filthy Ralph strips, like this type of bullshit, where it's just a one page deal. You know. He gave the dog the drill, though. My favorite part of Madhouse is that dude singing all those nursery drums. That guy is fucked. Yeah. No, I really like this one though. I think it is like basic, but like I've thought about cutting it out like digitally and then putting it in front of I could probably draw like a 6 staircase or like something for them to be standing in front of, but I've yet to decide. I might just keep it like this because I like it like this too. Obviously. Yeah. Like this is all done with a pencil, a couple of different microns, mostly 1 and 5, just a regular red pen. And this is something I wanted to show. I showed Radio this. This was like I was like doing my report at work, so I have all that shit there. But like, see this this is like the blob fuel character, like in front of a fucking like a sewer drain outside of a city where there's a nuclear power plant. So I want to do a full on painting of that, but I toyed around with that idea again the other night and came up with this. Like if you notice, like in this one, like the blob fuel is holding a sandwich and a knife, and in this one, like he's holding a bong and lighting Ralph's smoke, and they're both covered in flies. The only thing is with this, I fucked up on a spot. Like this line right there underneath his armpit, I could white it out, I guess, now that I have white out here. But yeah, I'm gonna do a blob fuel painting because I think I've been thinking about like been thinking about that movie The Blob first and foremost, and like the idea of like a blob character like Muck, the Pokemon called Muck. I just sent you a doodle thing I did yesterday. Let me see. Let's see what he did yesterday. This is sick. There's like a scorpion, a panther, and then like a snake or some shit. This is trippy. I don't know if you wanted me to show you that, to show that to the people, but there it is. Where's that? Oh yeah, there's this guy right here. Local to Toronto. This video on YouTube, but like this is his stuff. I really like it. It's kind of like you know, it's cartoony as fuck, and it's very like adult. And that's what Robert Crumb. Like there's like some kind of like painting he did. So like yeah, like I'm into it. Those blobs were awesome. I appreciate it, man. I have a canvas, like a big fucking canvas. Like I want to do the nuclear power plant thing in the background. I don't think I'm gonna have Ralph in it though, because Ralph is a little I don't know. I want to raid my archives and put together some little black and white zines to hand out. Do that shit. You got a lot of shit, man. You can make a fucking bunch. Have you picked up any of those spread loves? No, I've not. Probably gonna get canceled for eating popcorn on the stream, but how dare you eat on stream, you inconsiderate son of a bitch. To you. Yeah, let's get high. Let's talk. Let's palaver. Gotta eat. But you know what I mean, VZ? Like these fucking cocksuckers, like the modern age of pussified psychopaths. Like they don't like have like they don't. I don't know. Should we go down that road? I don't know. I feel like it could get ugly. You go, like, think of it like this way, right? The way that movies are being edited, French Connection, Lilo and Stitch is a fucking movie that was edited. The reason I know that is because someone posted it on Instagram. Like, there's a scene where Lilo hides in a fucking hamper or something. I think that's fucked. I think it's absolutely fucked. Your favorites are not safe. They fuck with the French Connection. You know what I mean? Are you kidding me? They fuck with the French Connection over the N word and some like other like racist words. But look at like, first of all, look at like any Tarantino film minus Kill Bill. I don't really think they say that in Kill Bill, but like they drop the N bomb. Like look at a movie like Django, where it says it constantly all throughout the film. And then you got French Connection, they say it. And it's like, oh, well, in Django, like, that's how it was in that time. It's like, that's how it was in the 70s. You think it was all fucking roses and fucking tulips in the 70s? People were racist. People are still racist as fuck now. I'm surprised they don't take a movie like fucking Jaws and cut out the fact that kid, like, they cut the scene where the kid gets gnarled on by the shark. it just like shows like that thing floating on the water, like the thing that he was floating on, and then it cuts to like her slapping Brody in the face. It's like if we show that kid, people are gonna be like this. You know what I mean? It's crazy. You should come to my house and watch. Like those people, they need to watch August Underground. They need to be like Clockwork Orange down to a chair with their eyes open and have fucking August Underground play on repeat in their eyeball. And have fucking Merciful Death playing on full volume on headphones and like, in the name of Satan. Like, I like that. They will fuck with everything. And yeah. Oh, also we should say rest in peace to I believe his name might have been John Hardwick or something. I'm sorry if I butchered the name, but the character or the actor that portrayed Dale Gribble passed away last week. And that is sad because King of the Hill is a fan favorite. Me and my buddy Mike, we ate mushrooms many a night and we watched. That's all we would watch was King of the Hill because it was like so. And then there's this song on Instagram. This guy made like a Hank Hill rap song. He calls it Hank Trill. And it's all these like songs like where it's kind of like trap music, but with Hank Hill's voice. He's like, I'm so high, I can speak Swahili. Like, I don't know. It's fucked. Look at the house that this kid's got in Small Soldiers, eh? It's a big fucking mansion. And as far as I'm concerned, anyone that has this one of those like garbage things growing up, like a garbage thing in your sink when you're a kid, I don't like you. He was Dale, yeah, Dale Gribble. Fuck, did I not say Dale? Fuck. I don't know. Water. It's phenomenal. I didn't know that guy passed away. That's a shame. Yeah, he was Dale. There's a video that argued how Dale Gribble was one of the most powerful characters of all time. Yeah. The best part about Dale Gribble is like all of his interaction with John Redcorn. Hey, John Redcorn, my wife's in the house, like getting the wine out or something. Like, Joseph. Hey, Joseph. Hey, Joseph. I'll be Bobby Hill for Halloween. Hey, Joseph. My dad said that we can go with them to Strickland's and we can fill up the barbecue, the little mini barbecue. I don't know if we ever did that, but Dale Gribble is fucking OG. Let me tell you something. You ever see the movie Indian in the Cupboard? It was fucking good. Obviously, it's actually, you know what? It was me and Danny B. Danny B is the one that told me that guy that was the Indian in the cupboard and Indian in the Cupboard. He's a rapper. I forget what his name was though. But there's a part in that movie where it sounds like he says cock dander. And I was on edibles with my friend when we were kids, and we rewound it and played it like 1,000 times, and we're both crying laughter. Yeah, VZ saw it when he was a kid. When he thinks Joseph's parents are aliens and tells John Redcorn, "Hey, John Redcorn, Joseph's an alien." What about one of my favorite ones is where they start like a bluegrass band because Connie can play like the fiddle, or she can, I forget what she calls it, like the violin or whatever, and they're all like, "No, it's fiddle," and then Boomhauer sings that song. He's like, "Blue moon, bloom," like I love that shit. What about the one? Fuck. Choke on popcorn on stream. Well, the one where the car goes in the quarry. You took my purse. That one's okay, but like I feel like I've watched it too many times. I like the one where Peggy's working at Alamo, and there's like a drought of Alamo, so they go to Mexico because Peggy like knew that there was like a batch in Mexico, but it was all soapy or something. Blue Moon over Kentucky. Keep on shining. There you go. Into a live action, then like there'd be no difference. A show like Simpsons, you couldn't make live action because there's too many like, you know. The one when Khan does the redneck fighting. I love all the Dale's conspiracy. What about the one where Khan like turns into a redneck and he has like the car on the fucking front of lawn and all that shit? There's been some good ones, really good ones. Same with like, this is gonna sound crazy, especially to my younger self, but South Park is a show that I loved when I was a kid, but and it's not that I dislike it, it's just that I didn't have cable, so I wasn't able to watch it for like probably the last 15 years or so. Like the last time that I was watching it when it was new was when the Coon, when Cartman was doing the Coon thing, and then I ended up watching the one where Cartman's like selling like he eats all the KFC skin in the beginning, and I think it's the one where Randy gets like he ends up getting fucking cancer and he ends up going to the dispensaries and all that shit. Like that one is the last time I was watching the show live, so I'm behind a lot. But like I just don't want to fucking like they're the only ones I want to watch. I'm more excited to rewatch an episode like on the bus, or just I'm very nostalgic for those early South Parks, man. Gun Club's episode is classic. Remember that? I saw a Lord episode of South Park, and yeah, it wasn't really doing it. I don't know what you mean by Lord. I like Cartman when he's like more of like a man shit, like, you know, like he's too like. They made Cartman like really smart sounding. I don't know if that makes sense, but and that's not to say that there's like I would watch every season up to probably like, well, to like that Coon stuff. That stuff was fucking hilarious. Also, there was that one where they were like cops. The Crips. Was the Crip episode ever topped? No. No, it wasn't. I think Randy was Lord. That singer Lord. Okay. I don't know who the fuck that one is. VZ did like the COVID stuff. I'm gonna screenshot that and I'm gonna change it to where it says I did like COVID, and I'm gonna send it to your fucking mayor of your town. They're gonna come to your house. Don't mind me. I eat this. I haven't eaten anything since like before I went to work today because I brought a bowl of chili, but I ended up fucking getting busy. And I had a granola bar, but I might as well have had a fucking. What's a granola bar gonna do? You're not gonna. It was like a chocolate covered one. It's not like a fucking. You know. Those Cliff bars, those Cliff energy bars. Like we have a trip going up north next weekend, and I'm definitely getting some of those. Because like the last time we went up there, I fucking ate one and I was like, damn, this is good. So I'm gonna grab probably like 2 of them before we leave. That way along the ride, if I'm like fucking feeling like, damn, this is whack, I'll just pop those. The Crip episode is classic. The Little League episode. Is that the one where they go to Japan? What about the episode with the English kid and they're doing that old Victorian story? He like goes to like that old lady's house and he like trying to date the daughter and shit. Like, and like they play this game. It's like what about the episode where it's the meteor shower? I think that crosses like a few of the like it was kind of a crossover episode. Like it was a few episodes where I think Kyle and them went to the Jubilee camp, and then Butters, Stan, and like couple like someone else. They were in like the basement of I think Mr. Garrison's house or Mr. Mackey's house, and they're like, "We're gonna play this game. It's called Hammer Chefs and Bing Bang," like some weird fucking. And they go like, "Ta-la-la-la-la, like, oh, this is fucking. That's the thing with South Park, like those early South Parks, like they're just out of control funny. Like they're funny without like being like saying something outrageous. It's just like it's outrageous in itself. Like when Cartman like is trying to find out who his dad is, and he like goes to the native reservation. He's like dressed up as like a fucking native, and he thinks Shep's his dad, so he fucking dresses like a stereotypical like black guy from like the late 80s. Randy fighting all the kids' dads. The episode where Randy like hasn't jerked off all day or something, and he ends up jerking off finally in like that like tent or something. Remember that one? It was like all I need is a little change. Scientology episode is hilarious, yeah. So many good ones, man. So many good ones. I've got to watch some of them. The Halloween episode, the first Halloween episode where Cartman dresses up as Adolf Hitler, and then they fashion him a costume that looks like he's a ghost, but he looks like a Klan member, but he's supposed to be a ghost, and he ends up going to Chef's house, and Chef goes, ah! They went hard on Scientology, yeah. They went hard on everybody. They went hard on Paris Hilton. And me and Kayla, we just watched that Paris Hilton show that was with Nicole Richie, The Simple Life. We watched all the seasons. Paris Hilton's like, she's a likable person as far as that show goes. I think so. Hartman really wanted to be Hitler. What about the Mel Gibson episode? What about the movie? South Park, the movie, man. Like, couldn't do that now. Uncle Fucka, suck my balls. Everyone knew that song. Everyone knew the whole fucking song. The fact that Saddam Hussein is in a gay relationship with Satan. There's an episode where like that nerdy guy's like, "Hey Hitler," or whatever the fuck. Hey guy. That's all he did. Like, Hitler wants to fuck Satan. Well, God, Mama's a bitch. She's a big fat bitch. She's the biggest bitch you ever seen. She's a stupid bitch. I thought I was a bitch. She's a bitch too. On the buzzing game. I might have fucked that up, but on Monday she's a bitch. On Tuesday she's a bitch. On Wednesday to Thursday she's a bitch. On Friday she's a bitch. On Saturday she's a bitch. She's super mega biatch. Have you ever met my friend Kyle's mom? She's the biggest bitch in the whole wide world. And it goes, talk to kids around the world. It might sound a little bit something like this. Like, dude, and we were all doing it. This movie's out of control because these small soldiers are now taking sleeping pills and putting them into fucking people's drinks. This movie is taking a turn for the fucking worse. I'm surprised that secure a copy of Small Soldiers, because once they fucking find out that there's someone being drugged in a children's film, goodbye. How the fuck wouldn't you see that giant fucking pill? No. You definitely can't make that shit today. South Park, something else. But like, again, like those early episodes where like they like Scuzzlebutt. And that Jew camp one was really fun too, though. I really like that one. We're going to make macaroni pictures. Mm-hmm. Speaking of, remember that episode with Korn, the spooky pirate ghost? It's like all it was a flashlight, a brick of cheese, and 4 Q-tips. Like, what? The Barbara Streisand episode. I want to make love to you, woman. I want to lay you down by the fire. Yeah. Chef. Well, children. Chef, what's a prostitute? What's a clitoris? Yeah. Wasn't someone did the voice for like the cat? I think it was Jay Leno. Jay Leno did the voice of the cat once, where it's just like meow. I don't really give a fuck about Jay. I don't have anything against Jay Leno. I never really watched it. When I was a kid, I didn't like those kind of shows. The only time I ever watched those shows was if I was somewhere and they were already watching it, but I don't give a fuck about that. Unless it was on like Comedy Central or something. Like, Isaac Hayes. What about the Halloween episode, the same one we were talking about earlier with the clan member outfit, when Chef's like doing the thriller thing? It's got like the Worcestershire. People call it Worcestershire. Worcestershire sauce. I call it Worcestershire because I think it's fun to say the whole thing. But that's what caused like the zombie thing. I like that. It makes everything taste so English. When the kids become lesbians because they're hot teacher. Remember that? What about the episode where there was like a fake Mad Max thing? Like it was like the girls versus the boys. There was like the sex ed episode or some shit, and I think Butters like goes up and does like the just walk away, like Lord Humongous. Lord of the Wasteland. I remember that one. That was presented in Spooky Vision. Yeah. Awesome-o. Butters, I would also like some Sunny Delight. Oh, Awesome-o, you don't drink Sunny Delight, you drink oil. Towley? How the fuck do we forget about Towley? This kid like shows up to the girl's house, like thinks he's a badass with his hair parted and a fucking motorcycle. Thinks he's gonna get his dick sucked, and then she just leaves or goes inside. Radioactive says, I think I remember Beavis and Butthead more than South Park. Okay, I watched a lot of Beavis and Butthead myself. What about the one where like that guy breaks out of jail or whatever and ends up at the boy's house and he's got killer written on his forehead and they go, "Hey, Kyler." It's that dude Kyler. There's also, the episode where they go and they buy the non-alcoholic beer and they're outside drinking. The Blackout episode. Of course, all the times they worked at Burger World. Want a pie, large fry, large coffee. Y'all got that in there? Mike Judge, man. He's one of the best. I love Beavis and Butthead. There's a new season coming out, I think. What about... I'm trying to think. I had like 5 or 6 tapes of Beavis and Butthead. I don't think I've seen that one. What about the one... I don't know if this is from a newer season or if it was back in the day where they go into like a pipe and like Beavis gets like his ass... He gets stuck in a pipe. And at the end, like, they get them out and then they just go back in it. I don't know if I saw the Halloween episode. I was kind of limited to what I had on tape for Beavis and Butthead, but I had like 6 tapes. None of the music video stuff was in it, but the one where they go to the teacher's place and they wash all of his 8 tracks. I'm gonna kill those little jerks. Yeah, he gets stuck. Yeah. the news does get involved. Robotters 100 says Frog Baseball when it got its start on Liquid Television. Yeah, I never had a tape of that or anything, but I watched it later on. There was like Liquid Television, like all that kind of like animation stuff. Like I think that shit was like slightly before my time, you know, before I was like conscious about, you know, watching shit. Like I was born in 92, so there's a lot of shit from that era that I was really young watching reruns of or because it was out, you know. VZ didn't watch a lot of Beavis and Butthead growing up. You should give some of the early, like go to like the early seasons and check that stuff out. It's like so good, you know. And like one of like the character, the fuck's his name, the neighbor, Mr. Whatever, but like he's essentially Hank Hill before Hank Hill. Also, the lady that does the voice of Peggy Hill, she was fucking the girl from one of the ladies from that witch movie. What the fuck's it called? Hocus Pocus. And she was in fucking Rat Race and a bunch of other stuff. But like, think of how much bank she's got just off of like her voice of Peggy Hill. Aeon Flux. I watched Aeon Flux on TV back in the day, and I have an Aeon Flux tape somewhere. I always remember that because there was the one scene where she like making out with this guy, but he has a message for her, and he like puts his tongue in her mouth and like opens one of her teeth up and like puts the message in a hollowed out tooth. Yeah, Brittany Murphy was Luann. BZ got stiff. They didn't have MTV when he was a kid. But did you have like Dexter's Laboratory, that type of shit? Dexter's Laboratory was like a more like way more kid show than a show like I can't really compare Dexter's Laboratory to motherfucking King of the Hill at all. What about you want Toke? Cutie. Your hand was like wet. It was a little bit. Yeah, we had Cartoon Network for a bit. Dexter's Lab slapped, especially the early shorts. Yeah, I fucking love it. The only cable I had was pretty much just at my parents' work. My mom got pissed one day when I put on Pulp Fiction. Like when I was a kid, like there was, like I said, famously said, like the only censored thing that ever happened with my mom, she wouldn't let me have D12 Devil's Night. That was it. Anything else? You want Scarface video game for Christmas? Like, not she just handed me here, have these video games, but like, you know, have this ultra violent video game. Day one, GTA San Andreas. We went to Walmart. My mom fucking bought it for me. Bought it for my cousin. We were the first ones at my school to have that shit. so you put on Pulp Fiction in a restaurant. Just like play it really cool or really loud where that guy goes, okay, everybody be cool, this is a robbery. Any of you fucking bitch move and I'll execute every last one of you. The fact that it like pauses before she finishes what she says is, I love that. I love that. I love Pulp Fiction. I love Kill Bill more. I love Django and Reservoir Dogs. But like Pulp Fiction, it's undeniably really fucking cool, man. VZ's parents don't watch anything or play anything. Same. Got GTA 3 before it got banned over here. Damn. I remember Spike TV came on after closing, so I got to check out Ren and Stimpy somewhat. Nice. Pulp Fiction rules. Pulp Fiction does two things. Tells an out-of-sequence telling of events in a satisfying manner, and it reignited a lot of character actors. Well, I would fucking say that most of those actors in that film were already pretty fucking, like, other than, like, Travolta, but... Because what? Bad Lieutenant, like, just came out the year before, didn't it? When the fuck did Bad Lieutenant come out? Oh. I thought I had the second Bad Lieutenant. I got the first one. Oh, Bangkok Dangerous I have. Give me a minute here. Let me look this up. I don't know why I'm doing that like I'm at fucking school. And it came out the year I was born. That's fresh. So Bad Lieutenant, Reservoir Dogs, Candyman. There's some good fucking movies that year, buddy. I definitely agree with you, though, about Pulp Fiction telling that satisfying story in that nice way. I'm going to get blueberry pancakes. Did you get the blueberry pancakes? No, I had to get buttermilk. Whose motorcycle is this? It's not a motorcycle, it's a chopper. It's a chopper. Whose chopper is this? Zed's chopper. Who's Zed? Zed's dad. Zed's dad. 92 is a dope year. A lot of good albums came out too. Redman, Black, Cypress Hill. '94 was a really good year for hip hop too. Mobb Deep, infamous, probably top 5 hip hop album. Top 5 album. They might have played Mission Hill on Spike too. Can't remember if that was just an Adult Swim. I don't know. Mission Hill's good though. Great year for movies. Zed's dead. There was some really good. What's your guys' favorite year for cinema? Mine, 1931, for 4 films. I actually wrote a paper on this exact subject. Frankenstein by James Whale, 1931. Dracula, Todd Browning. Little Caesar, Mervyn LeRoy, I believe. And then Public Enemy, William something, I believe. But like those movies, that is like, when you think of horror film, like boom. When you think of gangster films, boom. Like it's the same year, like it was monumental. I gotta put that paper into a CINEMA187. I'm probably gonna put my Cannibal Holocaust paper in issue 4. Okay, let me dissect your years, roboters. 78. So here's why I think you might pick 78. The Dead, for a good one. Let's think of 79, because 79 had Alien, Warriors, Zombie, a bunch of shit. I don't know. In 84, like fuck, I think I don't know, it's too specific. Like I don't know. I can't think of shit. I have not seen Night of the Hunter, but I have it on VHS. Is that the one where the guy goes he's got the tattoos on his hands? The one nerdy guy in Small Soldiers, that's like I think his name's David Gross or some shit. He's like a dirty comic. So it's always funny to like see like comedians, that are like really like have like really funny dirty jokes and stuff, but they're being like a family person. I gotta see that shit, man. I gotta see it. '79's a good year, man. Real fucking good. Yeah, I'll definitely check that shit out. Yeah. But I think I'm gonna call it, guys, because we have a birthday party in the morning, and I'm getting kind of fucking tired. And I just kind of want to sit here and fucking not have to talk. You know what I'm saying? So probably you won't see a stream from me for another like 2 weeks, because next week we're going up north, and yeah, I'll definitely be checking in online in terms of Instagram and shit. You might see a video. Good, but I don't want to like throw out my voice either tomorrow and then have to like talk all day. And they're like, "Oh, what did you do last night?" "Oh, I fucking smoked dope and talked for 5 hours." You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate all you guys for stopping by, and yeah, I'm gonna smoke some more dope and just chill, bro. Finish off my movie. Peace.